So we've got unknown character asking, sending a super chat asking, basically just saying a bit baffled why it's so hard to switch Covenant, saying that they'd still be playing on their main if they could just go through the other Covenant campaigns and access that content. I'd say, yeah, there's a perception of available content that is certainly limited when you make a decision that's inherently a bit permanent. Yeah. And you would wonder for a lot of people if Blizzard would have seen a better success if there was a way to experience other Covenant content. But, would that be at too much of an expense of, there being incentive to roll alts? It's hard to say. I mean, I'll say that I don't think the Covenant stuff is really working out that great. Now, whenever we talked to Morgan, he said that they were really happy with it and think it's working great. So maybe they have numbers to go against that. Maybe they are seeing loads of, those players who they just quietly play the game and they don't make posts, they don't watch videos, they don't leave comments. And maybe those people are just making alts, one for each Covenant, and going and enjoying the game.
They're easily the happiest of us all.
100%, yeah. But then, there's a bunch of us who would, I guess, like to do that. Yeah, tricky. I mean, look, I think it just comes down to this. That's the design they went for. And I think many of us could be baffled as to why they put so much friction into swapping the Covenants. Ultimately, they did that because they wanted you to really feel like you pick your Covenant and that is that for your character, but then give you enough wiggle room so that you're not screwed by that decision if it's not the one that you really want. So interesting stuff. Got a super chat from Simon M, who said, well, basically, Simon does not like most of the Covenant cosmetics and is suggesting like other systems that are going on there. I guess other cosmetic reward systems. And I think that's a really large area for growth in WoW. It would be awesome to see them do it. I actually do like lots of the cosmetic sets for the Covenant, so I guess we're just different there, but cosmetics are cosmetics. That's kind of the point. We all have different opinions. I think maybe for him, once class sets come back, and we do believe 9.2 will be class sets. It's not being confirmed, but they said they wanted to do them for Shadowlands, and they're not in 9.1, so I guess 9.2. But when those come back, it'll help a lot. As for systems, well, he's got here an example of something where you can use a token to convert a gray or white item into a cosmetic item. Which initially I read that and didn't understand it, but now that I've actually thought about it for a second, that the point there is having that more traditional feeling gear and being able to use that, because I kind of forgot you cannot transmog, can't transmog trash gear and whites.
It needs to be bound to transmog.
So yeah, you know what? If you could just do that and be able to transmog a bit of grey gear into your character, awesome. That's more options for players, a bit more gameplay. So I'm totally down for that. We've got another one from OBCMTG who says, I've been through 3 guilds that died in Hungering Destroyer Mythic, but completing a Mythic 14 was easy. What can Blizz do to fix this to get 226?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, the quick answer is do all 20s or do all 25s. I guess it's just they're gonna have to solve that difficulty imbalance to have gearing feel complete. I think the easier way to do that is something we might see out of the raid gear in 9.1. Depends on how hard they go with the domination stuff they're talking about. But the way to get around that gear-wise is make raid gear so much better for raiding, Mythic Plus so much weaker in raiding comparatively, that you're not thinking about it in terms of why is this hard, like, to even up the rewards for difficulty.
Yeah, I get you. It's like if you just thought, oh, what I need is perps, and you were in TBC, and you're like, well, the way that I can get my perps is to do a bunch of welfare grinding for the PvP stuff.
Yeah.
But it turns out a whole bunch of the item budget has went into resilience or whatever, so it's actually rubbish gear in PvE. Then it's like you wouldn't even be thinking about that. I mean, if they could have it so the Mythic Plus gear was Mythic Plus gear, and then the Domination gear was best in was best in raid, then I guess a bunch of those concerns wouldn't exist. That'd probably be pretty good. So yeah, there you go. Interesting stuff.